All right, let's get serious. Let's get serious. It is now time for our financial update of the day. Show me the money. Who wants to see the money? One's in the chat if you want to see this money. You want to talk money. One's in the chat if you want to talk money.
You hear that rumbling? That ain't
You
no
hear that
harm.
rumbling? You hear that rumbling? You know what time it is. You know what we got to talk about.
You hear that rumbling? That ain't no Harley. That's fat nigga thunder, chrome plated, triple wheel, built for mass and ass. We didn't always ride trikes. Back in the day, we was on 2 wheels. No back support, no snow bunny room, no mercy. Then one day, Big Reggie tried to lean into a left turn and never came back.
Babe, is that why y'all keep his plate on the grill?
Yeah. He went out doing what he loved, riding dirty and eating wings. Not a dry eye at the memorial, just ranch stains and throttle smoke. So now, we ride trikes, 3 wheels, 2 snow bunnies, one purpose, dominance with lumbar support. The fat niggas just pulled up to Sturgis, leather stretch, engines humming like Auntie's church fan.
Babe, I love the way this seat feels.
Damn right, every trike got cup holders and fold-out rib trays. This nigga even got a massage seat. The skinny bikers ain't know what hit them. Thought we was lost. We were scouting new territory. They revved up, we reclined.
Babe, I just saw my reflection in your helmet and she looked healed.
One dude tried to challenge us to a burnout. We burned out his will to live.
Your smoke cloud smells like hickory and generational wealth.
We didn't just pull up. We parked, grilled, and threw a mini cookout in the parking lot. Fat niggas don't do rallies. We do takeovers. What's the next stop for the big body brotherhood? Hey, yo, shut the fuck up. It's fat nigga season.
You know what time it is, y'all. You know what time it is. The sun's out, so the bikers is out. Shout out to all my bikers. Hotepistan Biker Club coming soon. Wait till we got our leathers. Wait till we do the Hotepistan leathers.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
I wish all the black people were as smart as Hotep
What?
Jesus. And I wish
Boy.
all the white people were as smart as Hotep Jesus. And I wish all the Hispanics were as smart as Hotep Jesus.
Sonny
'Cause that
said
guy,
somebody should keep
he
him.
really gets it. He knows how to boil it down.
Man, Head in the house. What up, Head?
Hotep.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Wait till we drop the motherfucking. Oh, that's gonna be great. That's gonna be great. Hotepistan Biker Club. One in the chat if you a biker. Where my bikers at, man? Where my bikers at? Yeah, Hotep and Harleys. You feel me? Yeah, I know. Kawasaki, Suzuki, Honda. You know, whatever. Now, before I give you the financial update of the day, okay? Before I give you the financial update of the day, we've got to get your mindset in order, okay? And there's nobody that's going to help you do that better than our greatest ally. Let's get into it.
Why are Jewish people so wealthy? As a rookie stockbroker in the mid-1980s,
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
I was fascinated by how my Jewish clients and colleagues handle money. Their mindset about wealth was totally different than what I saw growing up in a predominantly African American environment. So I got curious. I started asking questions and listening and learning. Then I read a book called The Jewish Phenomenon by Steven Silbiger, and it all started making sense. Get this, Jews make up only 2.4% of the U.S. population, but over 30% of American millionaires are Jewish. So the question is, why? What's their secret? I want to share 8 things I learned from my Jewish clients that transformed the way I thought about money. Here's the first 4. Number 1, they prioritize generational wealth and avoided single generation consumption.
Message.
Whether they were religious or not, many of them lived by Proverbs 13:22, which says, "A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children."
To his children's children. To his children's children.
You see, they saw money as a tool to empower the next generation, not to just fund their own lifestyle. Number two, they gave assets, not appliances. You see, when I got married, I got toasters and china, and I didn't even have a china cabinet. But several Jewish clients of mine told me, they said, in our families, we give cash or stocks.
We give cash or stocks. I want y'all to remember that shit this Christmas. I want y'all to remember that at Christmas. Okay? We moving like our greatest ally from now on. Pay attention.
In other words, they gifted wealth to their loved ones, not stuff.
You know, my daughter had a birthday a few years back, and I bought her some Bitcoin. And a Ledger wallet. She looked at me crazy. She looked at me crazy like, Dad, what? I don't want this. What are you giving me right now? She was highly upset. That Bitcoin today has, I want to say 6x in value. I kept that shit for myself.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
I kept that shit for myself. You don't want it? All right, I'll hold it then. You obviously don't want this wealth. You know, so every time, every once in a while, I break her off. I still got it, you know. So every once in a while, you know, she'd be like, you know. I ask her, how much money you need? She'll tell me a number and I'll break her off some of that. You know what I mean? But these kids, man, we got to raise them right.
Things that appreciate, not depreciate.
Things that appreciate, not depreciate. Appreciate, not depreciate.
Number three, they expected to be wealthy and were embarrassed by it if they weren't. See, I grew up where struggle was normal and wealth was rare. But in the Jewish American culture, financial success was normal and struggle was rare. There was a pride in building wealth and a shame in mismanaging it. That totally changed my mindset.
In the hood, niggas expect you to be broke and surprised when you got some money. In the Jewish community, niggas expect you to be wealthy and surprised when you're not. Pay attention. Pay attention.
Number four, they use their pain as fuel, not an excuse. Now this one hit me hard. Jewish people have faced horrific oppression, very much like African Americans have. But instead of being paralyzed by the past, they use their pain as fuel for success. And that's exactly what my people, African Americans, need to do.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
I don't know. Oh, it says Pastor Lee Jenkins. Somebody find part 2 and send it to me. We cooking today. We cooking. We going to bring our people to the promised land. Okay? We going to bring our people to the promised land. One stock tip at a time. Let's talk big business. Big business is going down right now. Information is a commodity. I said it, damn it. Information is a commodity. The Washington Post just inked a deal. Another deal with OpenAI. Yes, they did. ChatGPT will display summaries, quotes, and links to original reporting from the Post in response to relevant questions. The partnership reflects a shared commitment to make reliable and factual information easier to find and engage. One in the chat if you believe that. 2 if you don't. Especially on complex or fast-moving topics. Where timely, well-sourced reporting like that of the Post matters most. ChatGPT will highlight the Post journalism across politics, global affairs, business, technology, and more. Now, this includes 20 other news publishers that they've inked a deal with, bringing this technology to over 160 outlets and hundreds of other content brands, more than 20 languages. Yeah. Big business is going on. Watch out for that AI. AI is big business. We're going to keep talking about AI. AI is big business. If you ain't in AI, you're going to wish you were. And every day we tell you how to get in some form or fashion. But before we get back into the AI chat, we got to talk big business. Coinbase is considering applying for a U.S. banking license. Now we're going to come back to that. I just want to put that on your table, okay? We're going to come back to that. We got to come back to that. That's just a hint at what we're getting at today. I want you to see this. Some time ago, I told y'all that people will be using crypto and won't even know it. DB, Santander, Stanchart advised Circle on new stablecoin payments network. We've been talking about stablecoins for a while now. Check this out. It says, this is the company's move to create a vertically integrated payments network where it doesn't just provide the stablecoin payment infrastructure or payment instrument, but also coordinates on and off ramps as well as foreign exchange and currency liquidity. Okay. The Circle Payments Network, CPN, will initially involve APIs, but evolve into a smart contract protocol. Pay attention, please. Pay attention, okay? With governance and responsibility for standard setting remaining with Circle. Pay attention. The goal is to empower consumer, business, and institutional payments, okay? That's what they say. It's working with banks and 28 payment firms to design a network. Everybody knows what the number 28 means. That's not there on accident. Pay attention. We got Nikhil Chandhok, Chief Product and Technology Officer at Circle. He says, with programmable infrastructure at its core, CPM makes it possible to embed value transfer into modern financial applications in ways that weren't feasible before. Now, when I read that, I said, wait a second. Value transfer? Value transfer? Mike Has Bad Knees says, what am I missing about the number 28? Check. Catch him up to speed, please. We got to keep going. The business model will involve three sets of fees. Financial institutions in the recipient country will receive payout fees. There will be foreign exchange spreads, and Circle would charge a network fee, which would be a variable basis point charge tiered by country group. Right? All right, cool. Now, this all comes from the white paper. So now I'm sitting here and my Hotep senses is tingling. Okay? And I'm saying to myself, is this what I think it is? And I'm like, let me open up the white paper. So I goes and I clicks the link and they bring up the PDF and I'm like, go ahead, let's take a look here and see what they got in store for us, right? So, my nerdy ass, I skipped the introduction. I skip all of this and I'm down here in the weeds. Okay, I'm down here in the weeds and I'm looking at this thing, this chart, and I'm looking for what I'm looking for. And I'm about to give up because I didn't find what I want to find. And I'm about to give up. And intuition kicked in, like Ronan said, and said, don't give up. It's in this document. So I said, all right, let's start from page 1 and work our way down. And sure enough, I found it.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
I wanted it in plain language because I know what they meant when they said value transfer. But I wanted it in plain language. Okay? Because look what it says here. Circle Payments Network brings financial institutions together in a compliant, seamless, and programmable framework to orchestrate global payments in fiat, USDC, and other payment stablecoins. Now, it's hinting at what I believe here, but it's not saying it explicitly. So check this out. We're going to go to the remittance section, and you'll see what it says here. Right here. What does it say right here? It says consumer payments, remittances. Pay attention. Pay close attention because I'm about to tell you the future of transactions, and you're going to hear it first. Nobody else is talking about it. Only
Hotep Jesus
is talking about this, okay? Watch this. Empower individuals with fast, cost-effective remittance services that avoid high fees and delays. A user in the United States wishes to send money to a family member in the Philippines. Oh, wow. That sounds wonderful, right? No more Western Union, right? So it says the remittance company, an OFI in the U.S., converts USD to USDC and simultaneously transfers USDC to a local BFI in the Philippines, dynamically discovered via CPN to deliver PHP to the family members in near real time and at a fraction of traditional remittance fees. Yes. So OFI is originating financial institution, and then the recipient is the beneficiary financial institution. That's what OFI and BFI stands for. Okay. So the sender is going to take your USD fiat, turn it into cryptocurrency, send this cryptocurrency to the receiving institution. They're going to take that cryptocurrency and turn it back into fiat. Now, when I told y'all was going to be using crypto and not even know it,
I wish all the black people were as
I got
smart
the
as
proof
Hotep
now.
Jesus. And I wish all the white people were as smart as Hotep Jesus.
I got the proof.
And I wish all the Hispanics were as smart as
And I
Hotep
got to save
Because
this.
that guy, he really gets it. He knows how to boil it down.
I got to save this. Boom, right here. Done. Saved. Yeah. So think about the market capitalization. But isn't this extra steps or no? It's extra steps, but it's different because now we're dealing with because your USD is not programmable. You can't put smart contracts in USD, but you can put a smart contract into the stable coin. So they can take your USD, turn it into a stable coin, and add a smart contract to it, which can have a variety of things attached to it. Okay. Noel said now they control the transactions. Listen. It is crazy what's going on out here, right? Now, the funny thing is, shout out to Rashad Seven God. He sent me that article I just showed you. Okay. And that's when I put 2 and 2 together. Right? So, right here, Coinbase, who's a partner in Circle, is doing what? Considering applying for U.S. banking license. Coinbase may become a bank. And this is all made possible by what? The Genius Act. This is all made possible by the Genius Act right here, U.S. Stablecoins Genius Act. This is the stablecoin regulation authorized by the executive order from Donald Jerome Trump. Okay. And it says here, U.S.-based publicly traded crypto exchange Coinbase confirmed that it is considering applying for a U.S. federal bank charter. Okay. In a statement sent to Cointelegraph, Coinbase said it is considering pursuing a U.S. federal bank charter, according to the company spokesperson. And the spokesperson told Cointelegraph, this is something Coinbase is actively considering, but has not made a formal decision yet. Bullshit. We know what they finna do. Okay? The comments follow recent reports suggesting that Coinbase and multiple other major crypto firms were planning to apply for U.S. banking licenses. So other firms are also looking to get banking licenses, which is not a surprise. We talked about that in the past. Coinbase, stablecoin issuers Circle and Paxos, and crypto custodian BitGo were the other firms mentioned. What even is a bank? You think you gonna have a bank? The stablecoin issuers said currently we are dealing with banks. But while we're dealing with these banks, I just showed you the white paper. They are going to be the bank. They're working on the Circle Payments Network. This is the white paper. Okay. Here we go right here. Just show this to you. But they are also looking into becoming a bank themselves. You are on the cusp of I said it before, this is a banking consolidation, but you are watching our financial infrastructure, the way we think of business, the way we do business, transform. But you're hearing it here on the Griff Report. You guys, nobody covers this stuff on any other show. This only happens here. This only happens here.
Hotep, you're a genius.
Okay.
HotepJesus.com.
This only happens here. So let's spread the wealth. Help me reach the goal so I can keep bringing y'all this information, okay? Because you're not getting this nowhere else. Everybody else is talking about shit coins and, some other bullshit that's going to lose your money. It's not what we do over here. We educate over here so you can make good, educated decisions so you know the future of our country, okay? Now, with that being said, I might have something you need to watch. I always try to find a little gem for you. Look at this right here. We got a little gem right here. Maybe it might be a banger. Okay. This one's Micron. Now, what makes Micron interesting is they're the leading maker of computer memory chips. And do you know who their biggest consumer is? Do you know who their biggest customer is? Their biggest customer is NVIDIA. Not financial advice. Do your own research. Now, I was looking at this morning. Look at the chart. Let's look at the 1 day. Boom. But I got to look, we got to go back. Look, we got a triple bottom here. You see the triple bottom? We got a flag followed by a triple bottom. Remember we saw this last week? A flag followed by a triple bottom and then boom. These are the patterns you want to look for when you start trading. Not financial advice. Do your own research. We're just watching this. I'm not saying to buy. I'm just trying to teach you a little bit about finance. Flag, triple bottom, bang, bang, boom. Look at that jump. Okay. This is a sleeper. Let's go ahead and let's zoom out. Let's go to the year to date. Look at this. We got a high in the hundreds. We got a range from like 69 to 108. It looks like the range is on this bad boy. But if we zoom out to the 1 year, we start seeing a slump. But if we zoom out to the 5 year, look at that. Now let's go all. Look at that stock. You know what I'm saying? So let's go back. So you see the triple bottom right here? We call this three titties.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
You ever seen Demolition Man, the lady with the three titties? This is three titties right here. Okay. When you see them three titties right here, these are some saggy titties right here. Okay. You see them three saggy titties? Hey, it's a bullish signal. It is a bullish signal. So maybe this is, because you got to remember these prices are odd because of the tariff war. Total Recall, my bad. Total Recall. That's what it was. These prices are odd. HJ made that up? Of course I did.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Why wouldn't I? Okay. We even got a flag with a double bottom here. We got a flag right here with some titties. Okay. Her right titty is a little skinny. That left titty is a little wide on it. Okay. So take a look at that. Add it to your watch list. Not financial advice. Do your own research. But the greatest customer of Micron is NVIDIA. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Anyway.
China.
Yeah, we got to talk China. China may have made its first big mistake in the U.S. trade war. We talking big money. Titty technicals, talk about it. Who said that?
Hotep.
Who said that? I like that. We got to talk about the titty technicals. Yeah. China probably thought it could hurt two birds with one stone after the country told airlines to withhold new orders of Boeing aircraft. I know y'all heard about this. And seek approval before taking delivery of plane orders, like the communist nation they would. You know what I'm saying? While China does have its own plane building company, Shanghai-based Comac, it does not have nearly the capacity nor the expertise to replace Boeing's production. Boeing exported nearly $12 billion in aircraft, spacecraft, and parts to China in 2024, while importing virtually nothing. The problem with this strategy is that China needs Boeing.
China.
Yeah. The Comac C919 is being pitched as the Chinese version of Boeing's popular 737 MAX and European rival Airbus A320neo. But Comac doesn't sell very many of the C-19s, either inside or outside China. So they ain't moving the work. The work is not moving. They got the product, but the product not moving. Comac also relies on LEAP engines from a General Electric Aerospace joint venture. Cockpit systems come from Honeywell International and other technology from RTX. All of which are U.S. companies.
China.
Huh?
China.
What is Xi Jinping doing? He can't win this. This is America. Let me get some USA flags in the chat. USA flags in the chat. Trump out here just kicking ass in the trade war. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Now, this morning I woke up, took a look at the charts, 9 o'clock charts, you know. It was a bloodbath. And then Bessent opened his mouth. U.S. Treasury Secretary Bessent, he says the tariff standoff with China is unsustainable and he expects de-escalation per Bloomberg. The Dow has extended its gain to 1,000 points on the day. So Bessent came out here and said, Hold up. Y'all want to make some money? Watch this. Yeah. Shout out to Bessent, Treasury Secretary. We're going to make America great again. Yes, sir. And that concludes our financial update of the day where we talk money. If you're on YouTube, I need y'all to come on over to Kick. This is where the fun is at. We about to get into tech. We about to talk Shannon Sharp. We talking to Ye. We got to talk about it all. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. Make sure y'all hit the follow button, share button, all that good stuff. You know?